I went to a friend's wedding with my sister and our friends, and on the journey back we had a car accident. I was in the rear, in the back of the car.
I think initially, because you're so wrapped up in Marrianne's injury and just her health, that you don't have any inclination of what's going to happen in the future. So it doesn't really cross your mind, but then slowly as the weeks go by, and people start saying to you, oh, you're going to have to think about this, you're going to have to think about that, then you maybe start to panic a little bit.
I first heard about serious law. It's quite ironic actually, because my sister works in the care industry and she was looking after a gentleman with high-level spinal injury. So he actually put us in touch with them. And yeah, then serious law spoke to us and came to the hospital to visit us.
Very serious cases only happen to a very small number of people. So if you are unfortunate enough whereby someone in your family or one of your loved ones is involved in one of these scenarios, it's only a one-off situation.
We wouldn't know where to start. We didn't have a clue about anything. Obviously it's all new to us, but yeah, they took it all on board and took a lot of stress out.
Choosing the right lawyer in a very, very serious accident case can be one of the most important decisions somebody makes in their lives.
You dealt with them mainly, didn't you, to start with?
The initial meeting with the guys, and it did become apparent pretty quickly that how much knowledge they had.
Well, there's a world of difference between a personal injury lawyer and a serious injury lawyer that deals with very serious cases.
Well, I think initially, because there's so much stuff you're being told from the doctors, from the nurses, that when someone mentions solicitors, because automatically you just think, oh, that's for money, but we don't really need money at the moment, we need care and help from Marrianne. But once you actually sit down and it's explained that it's not all about money, it's about everything else that you're going to face. I mean, there's so many elements that come together, and serious law were a massive part of that.
When these very serious cases occur, we have to take into account what the individual needs of the client are. That can mean housing adaptations, it can mean special assistive technology, it can mean all kinds of things.
When we had the call from the guys at Serious Law to sort of say everything had gone through, it was, I don't know, it was difficult to describe.
Yeah, it was.
It was strange because obviously it was a real dark time, but it was a rare piece of good news for us.
In her particular case, because she is such a nice woman who's been confronted with an enormous tragedy in her life, that we were extremely pleased when it all worked out for her.
Marrianne's life changed so much because of the injury, but the input that the guys had certainly made that transitional period a hell of a lot easier than it would have been without their help. One of the big factors is that we're still very much in touch with the guys at Serious Law. It isn't a case of after that call, that was it, everything was done and dusted. You know, we speak to them regularly.
I definitely class them as friends now.
Yeah, literally at the end of the phone. So if there is a problem with anything that we've got, you know, we just give them a call.
Yeah, nothing's ever too much for them. They're always there to help us, aren't they?
So it probably sounds a bit corny, but we do consider them friends. So,
yeah.
We see Andy and Marrianne as friends too, and I actually get to see them on a regular basis. It's always a pleasure to see Andy and Marrianne. We take the view that, you know, there's been a lot of good come out of what was a real tragedy. She's an inspiration to all of us, isn't she, Marrianne? But yeah, it gives us a little warm glow inside that maybe we did something right somewhere.
Serious Law, I can honestly say I can't speak highly enough of the guys, and I have recommended them to a number of other people since that we've come across with injury. Just obviously their knowledge is one thing, but the way they go about their work is brilliant. The relationship that they build with you is a relationship that is feels genuine, and it continues long after your case.
They've helped me so much along this journey that they've took a lot of stress out of our lives, and yeah, I don't know where I'd be without them. So yeah, I think they're amazing. I'd like to thank them.